Now we are going to solve the problem number 3.6, which is given in page number 117. So here the position vector of the particle is given. You are asked to calculate the direction of the force which is acting on the particle. So to calculate the acceleration, we need the position vector. With the help of the acceleration alone, we are able to say the direction of the force. So the position vector of the particle, that is the measure of the displacement. Are you clear? I will tell you the link. Here R vector, that gives you about the displacement. Are you clear? Usually the position vector that gives you about the details about the displacement. With the help of R vector, position vector, we are able to calculate the velocity. So how will you calculate the velocity? If the position vector changes with respect to time, we are able to calculate the velocity. If velocity changes with respect to time, we are able to calculate the acceleration. Note down, position vector that gives you about the details about the displacement. If displacement changes with respect to time, we are able to calculate the velocity. If velocity changes with respect to time, we are able to calculate the acceleration. The acceleration and force, both of them will be acting in the same direction. Make a note, acceleration and force, both are vectors. If force acts on the body, that body gets accelerated. So both of them will be acting in the same direction. So let's take the position vector equation. This equation to be differentiated with respect to time. Note down, only then you will get velocity. So how will you get the velocity? Velocity is equal to dr vector divided by dt. R vector is nothing but position vector. Substitute d by dt of, substitute the values, 3t I cap plus, that could be written within the whole bracket first, and then 5t square j cap plus 7k cap. So in the initial first step, we have to write like this. The next step, the individual factors should be differentiated. D by dt of, in the first step you write this one, 3t I cap. Separately, the second vector, second part of the equation must be differentiated. 5t square j cap plus d by dt of 7k cap to be differentiated. Are you clear? To differentiate these factors, we have to use that equation. D by dx of x power of n is equal to n x power of n minus 1. That is a basic differentiation equation. Already I have differentiated all the individual factors. D by dt of 3t I is how much? 3 I cap. D by dt of 5t square is equal to how much? 10t j cap. D by dt of 7k cap is equal to 0 because 7 is a constant. If constant is differentiated, you will get 0. Are you clear? You apply the formula, you will get the answer. So I am going to substitute the final answer. How much? The first one is how much? 3 I cap. 3 I cap. Are you clear? And then after that, what should be substituted? 5t square j cap. Its answer is 10t j cap. 10t j cap. The final one is 0k cap. Are you clear? Here I would like to tell certain important conclusions. Here itself I want to say, because the velocity component is no component along z axis. So the component of the velocity along z axis is 0. So velocity is not acting along z axis. So that should be written here. Are you clear? What should be written here? There won't be any velocity component along which axis? Z axis, because 0 k cap is there. And then the velocity, that one may vary with respect to time along y axis. If you substitute the time value, depending on the time value, velocity will change. In which direction? The body is moving with constant velocity only along x direction. So because no t here, simply 3 is written. So along x-axis, body moves with constant velocity. This must be understood. Why? Because no t factor. But if you substitute the value of t, what will happen? The velocity, it may vary. So here velocity is varying one, but along x-axis body is moving with constant velocity. No component, no velocity along which axis? No velocity component along which axis? Z axis. So these are all the conclusions that could be understood with the help of this particular equation. Now we have found out the value of v. Therefrom we are able to get the equation for acceleration. How will you calculate the acceleration? See, position vector to velocity, velocity to next step acceleration. Acceleration is equal to dv vector divided by dt. If velocity changes with respect to time, you will get acceleration. d by dt of, substitute the final equation, 3i cap plus 10t j cap must be written. Are you clear? So here the 3i is a constant. Okay. So separately you differentiate d by dt of 3i cap must be differentiated separately. d by dt of 310t j cap to be differentiated separately. Are you clear? So here 3 is a constant. So you will get 0. Are you clear? Sorry, here you will get 0. Are you clear? Here 10t. If 10t is differentiated, you will get 10. And then t is there. 10 is a constant. dt by dt 1. Therefore 10j cap will be the final answer. 10j cap is the final answer. Okay. So the acceleration value is how much? 10j cap. I will write it here. The magnitude of the acceleration is how much? 10j cap. 10 units amount of acceleration is acting along which axis? Y axis. That y or that j cap, that indicates that acceleration is acting along y axis. Already I have told, by using the acceleration we are able to find out the direction of the force. Acceleration is acting along y axis means force also must act along the y axis. Therefore acceleration and force, both of them are acting along which axis? Y axis. So what is the magnitude of the acceleration? 10 units. Very simple problem. Okay.